What's up guys, Simply Coco here and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another speed build here in The Sims 4. So today we're doing something a little different, and when I say different I mean just something I haven't done in a while, and that is build in the world of Brightchester. So that is the world that came with the Discover University pack. I'm sure you know that. If not, if not, then the Discover University pack is the pack in The Sims 4, came out before Eco Lifestyle, and it allows your Sims to go to college or university or whatever it is you call it, wherever you're from. But I don't know what I'm going to call this yet, but it is a dorm building made in the shape of containers. So I would definitely imagine that these were containers first, and then they were renovated into dorm rooms. I don't know why, but I've been on a real container kick lately. And I think it's just random because I get a lot of ideas from Pinterest, and like last week or the week before that, all of the homes that were coming up on my Pinterest feed were all container homes for some reason. And then once once you save something on Pinterest, like that, the algorithm is like, oh, you like that, here's more of those. So once I saved like one or two container homes, then it kept showing me more container things, and this was one of them. So I am building from reference, but as we all know, I am really bad about putting the reference photo up on the screen, but if I do remember, I will put that in now. The good thing is I'm recording this on Sunday, and this is Monday's video, so I should have plenty of time to put in the reference photo. And yes, I did just burp because it's become a running theme that I burp in every single voiceover that I do. I don't know what it is. It just happens. I mean, right now I'm drinking coffee, so that could be why. But like normally I record my voiceovers at like 11, 12 o'clock at night, and I still always burp. It's weird. I don't know. But yeah, now we're just doing kind of the whole exterior, just mapping out kind of what area is, a part of the dorm. So what I'm doing right now is they're going to have a pool back here, which is pretty badass because I've never seen a, like university housing have a pool. Like not on like there's not like I've never seen specific dorm buildings that had pools. Like the campus will have a pool, but not like one specific dorm building. I don't know. But this is an Foxbury. This is being built at the Foxbury Institute, which is the more modern campus of the two campuses that come with Discover University. So you have Foxbury and Brightchester. So this is the Larry's Lagoon lot, which is the lot that the common space is on in this world. So if you do want to place this lot down in your game, then you're gonna have to find another place to put the Foxbury Commons, because in order for your Sims to eat while they're at university, they have to go to a common building. I mean, you can put one of the little cafeteria objects in the dorm room, but then your Sim has to hire someone to come and tend it, which would be $100 every time your Sim needed to eat. So it's probably smart to go ahead and have an actual common area. But I do put one of those cafeteria objects on this lot just so your Sims won't necessarily have to go to a common space if they don't want to. And since this place was so big, I just felt like it made sense to go ahead and put one of those down in the like reception, like common area, because there's like each different container is a whole room. So there's a room underneath that you might have saw me build at the beginning that is going to be like where the RAs work, like a little reception desk. There's going to be like just a random seating area in there. You could go in there and read. The little cafeteria object's going to be in there. Coffee station, a microwave, and that's pretty much it. And then I end up later on building some bathrooms off of it because there's going to be a lot of outdoor activities that you can do on this lot. So I thought bathrooms would work. But here is the interior of one of the dorm rooms. I almost called it a pod, but it's not really a pod. Ooh, excuse me. So I'm going with the tiny living couch. I have used this couch in probably my last 3 builds, and the build that is coming out tomorrow is a 70 style build, and I also use the tiny living couches. So that's like three or four builds that I've used the tiny living couches. So I promise to get away from those couches sometime soon. But I really enjoy how I laid these out. It was like these container sized, especially on the diagonal, these container sized rooms were the perfect size because it perfectly fit this little living room section. I used the Discovery University's dividers to divide off the bedroom space and still had room for end tables. I think I only put one though, and maybe a lamp on the other side. I'm not quite sure. And then on the other side of the divider, I put a desk. And then this is the bathroom. So pretty simple, nothing crazy. Not washer. What is that called? Shower tub combo, tiny living toilet, tiny living sink, snowy escape mirror, and a towel rack. And then I start to go through and copy that same room everywhere, because I imagine like the base furniture would be the same in every single room, because I mean it is a dorm. So yeah, like if you every single dorm room, like if you have a dorm building on a campus, every room's gonna look the same until a student moves in and starts decorating it the way they want to. So what I end up doing is I copy all of it, copy this room into all of the other ones, and I go through and just change some of the swatches of like the bedspread, because each kid isn't going to have the same bedspread. They're going to bring their own, and stuff like that. And I think that's pretty much all I changed the swatch of, because everything else would have come with the dorm room. So yeah, and then I come back to the first one I was working on and I start to clutter it as if someone lives here. I thought this eco lifestyle wardrobe fit perfectly with this build, because it just looks like a university or a dorm room wardrobe. I know there is a wardrobe that came with Discovery University, but I just like the look of this one better, especially since I was going for this white and light wood tone kind of vibe. You can kind of ignore what I'm doing right now. I end up putting this chair right here, and I put that storage ottoman on the other side of the wardrobe. And I haven't done this yet, but I want to go back and move that yellow chair to the other side of the wardrobe. And right next to that plant, I want to put a mini fridge and a microwave, just because if your sim doesn't always want to spend $100 to hire someone to come run that cafeteria stand, they can just eat a microwavable meal. But I do know that with Discovery University, they added, like, if your sim eats too many microwavable meals, they'll get tired of it. I don't know if they'll get sick or anything, but they'll just get tired of eating it because they need real food. So hopefully that made sense. So I just moved that yellow couch and put a microwave and mini fridge there. And I get rid of that ottoman, because the blue one with the storage, because I end up putting a mirror there and it has to go in front of that ottoman and it just doesn't look right. Because here I am putting the mirror now because she needed a mirror. And I used the one from Kids Room because it has the stickers on it. It's real cute. So I think I don't know if we'll go back in that room or not, but if not, then we're done with the room. I do imagine that particular room is for a female sim. I don't really have a storyline for her. It's just a girl sim is what I felt like decorating for. I have no idea what her major is or anything, but I do really enjoy how the room came out, because I've said this before, usually what helps me with storylines is as I'm building, I see an object and I'm like, ooh, I want to use this object, and that object makes me like think of a storyline for The Sims. So like if I want to put an easel, then I'm like, okay, they can be a painter. If I see a guitar, then I'm like, oh, they can be a musician, or just stuff like that. Or like if I put these magazines and it looks like a fashion magazine, then I'm like, oh, then they can be into they can be a fashion designer. And I think that now that I say that, I think I did put magazines in her room, and I did for a second think she could be going to school for like fashion merchandising or something. But I just did a fashion designer's loft. You can check that out. It's a speed build I did recently. I'm really proud of that build, actually. So I was like, I don't want to do anything else fashion designer related. But anyway, this is the little office, or whatever you want to call it, just a little kind of like entry building, or entry part to the whole building. So you would have to come through here before you, well, I guess if you were a student, or if you were a student that lived on this lot, you wouldn't necessarily have to come through here first. Maybe it's like you're supposed to, but some don't, because there's really no separation between the front of the building and the back. Like you can just walk around. But I imagine that those seats are where the RAs sit. If you don't know what a RA is, it's a resident advisor, I think. Excuse me. And basically RAs are just other students who are upperclassmen, and they are a part of this program where they are in charge of certain dorm buildings, and they will go around and like do random checks on rooms and see if everyone's following the rules and stuff along those lines. RAs have like a reputation of being kind of annoying. They didn't at the school I went to. They were always the more popular kids, but when RAs are portrayed in like movies and stuff, they're always the nerd that, yeah, you never want to get caught by, and they're not cool, so they'll always get you in trouble if they find out you're doing something you're not supposed to do. And I imagine that being the case with this, even though you can't play as an RA. But the stools that I used behind the desk, I didn't slot them, because then your Sims would go into that room and use those computers, and I didn't want them to. So I didn't actually slot those stools to the counters that that the computers are on. That was the bathroom. You didn't see me like actually build the walls for the bathroom, but you did see me furnish the bathroom. So it's just a girl and boy bathroom, obviously. Ignore me putting these flowers up here, because the Foxbury colors are like red and yellow, or red and like mustard yellow. So I was gonna put like red plants on top of the picnic tables just to bring in some of that color, but then I was like, nah. And I'm really sorry if there is a lot of jumping around in this video. I had to speed it up fairly fast in order for it to not be a 35-minute video. And there were certain moments where I just didn't know what to do next. And when I don't know what to do next, I kind of just like scan around the whole lot, just kind of looking at it like, okay, I can go do that. And sometimes I'll cut that out or just stop recording altogether. But in this case, I don't think I did, because I was so close to being finished with the lot. And they also get a hot tub. I don't know very many dorm buildings with hot tubs either. I don't think I know any. I don't know any, especially not at the university I went to. I won't say what that university is, just, I don't know, for privacy reasons. I don't think you could like call them up and get my information or anything, but I'm from Louisiana, so that's all you need to know. And no, I didn't go to LSU. So LSU, they may have pools and hot tubs on their dorm room. On their dorm building lots, or not. You know what I'm trying to say. It's not a lot. I mean, I guess it is a lot in real life. I don't know. Plot of land. I don't know. I only speak in like Sims 4 language nowadays, but I didn't know what to put in this area, so I just put another seating area, and under there was all games and stuff of that nature. On the other side, obviously picnic tables, for your Sims to come out and eat. So there are no places to eat on the inside, so they would have to come out. So if it's raining, they would want to sit underneath. If they want to be in the sun, they have those other tables. They can let the umbrellas down. You can't actually let the umbrellas down, but yeah, we can pretend. Now I'm just placing lights around so they can see at night, and the screenshot should be rolling soon. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will always respond to your comments. And please hit that notification bell. That way you know exactly when I post my next video, exactly when I post it, and I will see you all then. Bye guys.